Okay. So, I've been trying to figure out how fast you can go in Deadlock. There are a couple of good characters for it. You know, easy ones that come to mind are like Mo and Krill with their burrow, or Kelvin with his ice path. But neither of those are the fastest. As far as I can tell, it's Paradox. Paradox, with her kinetic carbine, gets spirit scaling off of her bonus speed when fully charged. Okay, so if I press 3, I get that movement speed. Now I have all my items right now.
Charging time.
So, without all these items, right, I will reset my hero.
I will boldly.
Just by charging my kinetic carbine, I go from 6.8 to 8.5. That's nothing, right? Let's make it crazier. So first, we're just going to min-max for move speed, alright? We want endurance.
That's gonna help keep your blood on the inside.
Divine Barrier. Now, the tricky thing is the actives, right? We're going to have to manage our actives really well. We want Heroic Aura, and our final active is Magic Carpet.
They should know better than to mess with you.
We don't want Fortitude, because that requires you to have high health and you only get 2 movement speed. Instead, we want Frenzy, where we have to be below 50% and we get 4 move
They
speed.
should know better than to mess with
We want
you.
Veil Walker, which is a conditional move speed bonus. We're going to run through the Veil. And we want Boundless Spirit, which not only gives us 2 sprint speed, but we're also going to get 60 spirit
Time
power,
comes for everyone,
which is going
huh?
to scale our kinetic carbine. We want Surge of Power, which when we use our kinetic carbine is going to give us another 3 move speed. What else are we missing? I think that's actually everything that we want here. We're going to grab Glass Cannon because that gives another extra move
High
speed.
risk, high reward.
And I don't honestly know if there's a difference between grabbing rapid rounds and getting that 1 move speed, or if you just want to grab a high spirit power item. What I've done to get my top speed is just grabbing another spirit power item, which I think is about equivalent. I'm not sure though. So next we're going to grab Diviner's Kevlar, which gives us a conditional 40 spirit power when we ult.
If I were channeling a mystical ritual, this
Then
is the
we're
only
going to
armor
grab
I'd buy.
Mystic Slow, because that has a +6 spirit power bonus on it. We're going to grab Improved Reach, and that gives +8 spirit power. And the reason we're grabbing tier 3 spirit items, by the way, is because tier 4 spirit items give 16 spirit power, right, as like their basic thing. But these 2 items that we don't already have don't have additional spirit power built into their passive effects. Whereas Improved Reach, for instance, you get 12 spirit power from a tier 3 and +8 from the passive bonus from Improved Reach. So that's a total of 20 additional spirit power, meaning you get more spirit power from this item than from Escalating Exposure or Mystic Reaver. So we're going to grab that. I'm going to put it on, I don't know, R2, because that's funny.
Exquisite, isn't it?
And then we have a couple more slots, so what are we going to do with those? We are going to, of course, just get as much spirit as humanly possible. I think Torment Pulse is okay.
Bought that off a
That
Knickerbocker
has
that was
+6
about to
spirit
get his
power.
legs
The
broken.
only tricky thing is you have to move this guy out of the way on your route. We're going to be starting over there. Actually, we don't have to start over there now that I think about it. Because I used to use the Guardian to lower my health below 50, but I realize there's actually a half health tool here, which lowers our health manually for us. So we can do that from here. So let's go ahead and actually he can charge up our spiritual overflow as well. We want our spiritual overflow next. Let's grab that. That's going to give us conditional 50 spirit power after charging up by shooting enemies. You might be thinking, wait, if we're shooting somebody, don't we lose all our sprint speed? Yes, for about 5 seconds. And the spirit power duration on spirit overflow is about 20 seconds. So if we just wait a second, we still have spiritual overflow and we get our sprint speed back. So that's going to work out just fine. Finally, we're going to grab, I believe it's Leech, which has +18 spirit power. That is, I think, better than we can do with most other spirit items, and not only that, but we're actually not able to use a flex slot for our final vitality item. We have to buy a vitality item, and this is the highest spirit one. There are no other ones, to my knowledge, that like have a passive that increase your movement speed directly. So this is the best we can do. But 18 spirit power, not too bad. Alright, so the plan is we're going to shoot this guy and charge up our spiritual overflow, okay? We're going to get 50 spirit power off of that. Then, after waiting a few seconds for our sprint speed to come back, we're going to use our Diviner's Kevlar, we're going to fire off a Paradoxical Swap. You don't have to hit anything with it, you just have to fire it, and we'll get 40 conditional spirit power from that. Those both last a while, so we don't have to worry about those going away. From there, we are going to start charging up our Kinetic Carbine. Let's go ahead and just upgrade all our abilities. We don't really need to other than Kinetic Carbine, which is going to give us additional speed boost duration. So the duration of your spirit power amplified speed bonus is 6 seconds. So you do have a limited time window to make this work, okay, with your Kinetic Carbine. So you want to start charging your Kinetic Carbine. Now, when it's charging, you don't get the speed right there. When it says expiring and it says charged, that's when you get your speed bonus, okay? So, and by the way, I do have no cooldowns on, but I don't think you need it. I just use this to, like, you know, not mess up, and I can do it more consistently, but in theory, you can do this without no cooldowns turned on. So we're going to charge our Kinetic Carbine. While it's charging, we're going to very quickly pop Divine Barrier, which gives us 2 additional move speed on top of its passive 1 sprint speed for 5.5 seconds. We're going to pop Heroic Aura, which gives us an additional 2 move speed on top of its passive 1 move speed for 6.6 seconds. We're going to pop Fleet Foot, which gives us 3 additional move speed for 4.4 seconds. And then finally, we're going to use Magic Carpet. And that has a 7.7 duration where we get an additional 6 meters per second from the bonus fly speed. Then we're going to fly straight through the veil, and we're going to whip around this corner and fly in a straight line for as long as possible in order to get the highest speed possible that I know of in the game. One more thing that I almost forgot. We need to grab the movement bridge buff and the casting bridge buff for more spirit power and, of course, just more passive move speed. So let's go ahead and try it. We're going to go spirit power. And then we're going to cast our ult, start charging, pop all of our stuff, fly through the veil, and I've done something wrong, haven't I? Oh, Frenzy! Of course, I forgot to half health myself. My bad. Yeah, so we're going to half health ourselves while we're waiting for our sprint speed to come back. That's what we're going to do. Okay, so final take. Let's get our Spiritual Overflow. Press half health like 3 times just to be extra safe. Alright, we're going to fire our Paradoxical Swap, start charging our 3, pop all of our passives, fly through the veil, and 65. I've gotten it up to 67. But that was for a very, very brief split second. 65, nothing to sneeze at though. We can try one more time really quick. Alright, so charge up our Spiritual Overflow, half health ourselves to make sure that our Frenzy is staying on. Swap. Ooh, I was a little late with my passives. We still hit 65. 66 you saw for a split second there. I think that's going to be good enough. You'll have to take me on my word for 67, but this is the fastest you can get in the game as far as I'm aware. Okay, so I was about to make this into a video and upload it, but I made a last second discovery. In-game, I use my Kinetic Carbine while charged and ziplining in order to get back to lane faster because those stack. So I probably need to zipline while doing everything. So very quickly, let's just see what that looks like. I've actually replaced Magic Carpet because I can't use it with Vampiric Burst, which gives just a passive 2 meters per second move speed. I don't know if you can do better. You probably can, actually, now that I think about it. Debuff remover, for sure, if you remove a debuff from yourself. Which I don't know how to give myself, unfortunately. But if you remove a debuff with debuff remover, you get a 3 meter per second speed boost, which is definitely more than Vampiric Burst. So this isn't the fastest you can go. But this is the fastest I'm just going to try out real quick to show that the max move speed is actually higher than I thought, like, you know, a couple minutes ago. So let's see real quick. So we're going to Spiritual Overflow, half health ourselves a bunch, fire the swap, and we're gonna hit 93 meters per second. Oh my god. Yeah, so I don't know if that counts, you know, I don't know if that's in the spirit of things. If we're purely going off of what this number says as our, like, you know, our goalpost, then 93 is the fastest you can move in Deadlock at any given moment. So one other thing that the kind people in the Discord brought up that made me think a little bit was, can't you actually say the answer is like infinite or something? Because 7 scales off of spirit power for his move speed. So does Warden. So are they actually the fastest hero? I guess. I don't like that answer so much because, you know, you would have to have a fully cooperative lobby and then just farm the golden statues for spirit power like that forever. Or at least, you know, probably until the server shut down for the server going on for too long, or, you know, at the very least, the literal limits of the server architecture or your computer, I guess, would be the limit then. But even in that case, Paradox also is tied with them, not for, like, sustained speed, but her 3 also scales with spirit power. So if we're talking about getting as much spirit power as literally possible, then the answer is the fastest characters are 7, Warden, and Paradox. I also don't know if there's like a cap on spirit power, if there's like a hard limit. I don't know. One additional note, you might be thinking that you could use items like Burst Fire and Headhunter, which when you shoot enemies, specifically by landing a headshot with Headhunter, you get 2 additional move speed. And Burst Fire, just landing a bullet on a hero, you get an additional 2 move speed. Unfortunately, those passive movement speed increases only last for about 3-4 seconds, and that is not enough to get your sprint speed back, and your sprint speed is a huge source of your speed in this build. Now, is this practical for gameplay purposes, like in an actual match? No, not even remotely. Is it funny? Yes.